Hello! Today I'll be doing the 2012 favorites tag. As I said, today I'll be doing the 2012 favorites tag. I was tagged by the creator About Happy Books. She is linked below, so you should definitely check her out. Let's get going with the first question. This is pretty hard because I have read over 100 books this year, but my favorites ended up being The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This was just beautiful and very well written. It was lyrical. I just loved it for so many reasons, and it was really, really great, and you should check it out if you haven't yet. The Magician King by Lev Grossman. This is the sequel to The Magicians. It's an adult fantasy. It's dark, but in a good way. I love these books. I don't even know what to say, but they're great. And I think they would appeal to readers of YA as long as you don't mind the darkness factor. And my third favorite was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline that I don't have a copy of yet. I'm going to Barnes & Noble's later this week, so I might, hopefully. But it was just fun. It's sci-fi, so much pop culture. I really liked it. It took me a while to decide on my favorite female character, but eventually I went with Verity from Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wine, I believe. Wayne. This book had so much emotional impact. I think I was crying the last, near the whole ending of the book. It was bad, but it was so good. Fortunately, I don't think many people have read it yet, and it has been super popular, and I really think you should check it out. It's two girls in World War II. One of them's a spy. It's good. For my favorite male character, I chose Richard Mayhew from Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. I love Neil Gaiman books. He's just so... His fantasy is so unique. And I can't wait for his Doctor Who episode, hopefully coming this spring, because this first one was so good, but that's beside the point. My favorite love story this year actually chose Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marie. It's an adult fantasy series. I've only read the first book, but the romance in that is just very slow growing, and I felt like it was realistic but very sweet at the same time. And I really enjoyed the book, so... The series I chose for this are the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, which I've read the first two, both of them this year. And I really think it's a fantasy series that stands out among the YA ones. I also really loved the Newsflesh trilogy by Myra Grant. All three of those are adult science fiction, has to do with zombies, and they were just... Oh, the plot twists and the cliffhangers. Oh, I wanted to throw the second book across the room. I'm so glad the third one was already out when I read these because I don't know how I could have waited. And last was the Black Jewels trilogy by Anne Bishop. It's an adult fantasy series. It's also darker. Maybe I just like dark things. I don't know. But they're definitely not for the squeamish. There's some very graphic elements, so if you're not into that, I wouldn't go into them, but I personally love them. I haven't read any of the companion novels. There's some other ones with different characters set in the same world that I haven't read quite yet, but the first three in the trilogy are amazing, and I don't know what more I can say about that. So I'm going to kind of cheat and do two surprises, but one would be BookTube, because I found it this fall. Now I've started and I'm really liking it. Everybody's really nice and I can't wait to continue. For an actual book, I would have to say it would be Audrey's Guide to Witchcraft by Jodi Gehrman. Before I'd even joined BookTube, the author contacted me on Goodreads because I had added the book to my to-be-read list, and she offered me a copy, and so I got it, and I read it, and I really liked it. It was much more than I was expecting. It's a really great indie gem. It's fun, it's cute, it's about witches, it's YA. It can easily stand with actual published traditionally works. For my favorite cover, I limited myself to what I've actually read in 2012, otherwise too many choices. But I chose Incarnate by Jodi Meadows. It's beautiful. It was just striking, and it's kind of, I have to admit, the reason I read the book, but it's a great book, and I'm excited for the sequel that's coming out, I believe in March, February, sometime soon. But those are all of the tag questions. Thank you About Happy Books for tagging me. And like I said, the link to her channel is down below. Let me know down below of any of your favorites in 20 of 12, and if you want to do the tag, go right ahead. Until next time, bye.